Hello, darlings. Happy Thursday to all of you, and welcome to another Design Me Devon. Welcome today. I haven't done one of these in quite a while, actually. But here we are doing one now. Now, this is called the Abandoned Stables. We'll go on and have a look on the gallery in just a sec. And then I'll take you, as I normally do, and give you an overview of the build before I actually go ahead and renovate it. So yes, that's enough of that. Let's get over and have a little look. Here we are. We're at the Abandoned Stables. This was done by Heidi Wadey on the gallery. So if you guys want to go and download this, then go and grab it because it is such a fantastic build. I had a little nose around it and I'm in love with it. And I'm in love even more so as well. Well, just as equally. Stanley Nine Hooves Eastwatch was the greatest outlaw to grace the plains of Newcrest before he disappeared off into the hazy sunsets of Oasis Springs. His most legendary showdown occurred here, though, in these very stables, taking out 4 cowboys with 1 bullet. He didn't even use a gun. Don't ask me how he did it. There aren't enough hours in the day to explain. I just thought that was brilliant. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. I love the storyline behind it as well. So yeah, this is what we're going to be doing today. I've got some ideas. So let's have a little wander over and I'm going to show you what I'm thinking. Now, here she is, loves. Here is the build in question. So I love this. I love the shape of it. I love what you've done. It does feel like an old stable house as well. Just love all the clutter. Everything's perfect. It's just fitting in here perfect. And I'm absolutely for it. I really, really am. Love the fact that this is like an old like wooden shack kind of thing as well. I really enjoy this build. I think it's lovely. So, and then obviously inside it's just full of clutter and run-downness, you know. So that is what we're going to go and do today. This would obviously be the old stables. So, and then it's got a little upstairs up here as well. The stairs in the middle there. I have had a little look around and I've been wondering what to do. And I think what I'm going to do is make this into a bar, but I'm going to try and make it into like a hostel where you could imagine travelers coming and staying like just a night for really cheap, like in some bunk beds. And I think the actual stables themselves would lend themselves as well to be kind of like maybe 3 of them with a bunk bed on each side. So it would kind of, it would sleep about 12 Sims in, which is amazing. Make this into a bar area here. I'm going to move the stairs, I think, maybe putting them in here. And I'll try and squeeze a couple of toilets in this part as well, I think. And then up here, maybe like, I don't know, like a communal like games room or something. Could look really great in there, being a hostel and whatnot. And I think what I'm going to do is knock down this roof here and have this as some like outside decking space with some like seats and stuff around it. I think that's what we're going to do for this. We're going to make this into like a kind of hostel / bar. And I'd probably make the actual lot itself into a bar type, just so it does kind of like, you know, fit in quite nicely. But I love it. I absolutely love this build. I think it's absolutely great. You've did an amazing job, Heidi Wadey. So guys, make sure to go over and get this build downloaded onto the gallery. I would if I was you, because it's stunning. Yes, it is. Okay, so without further ado, let's get over into the speed build format and I'll show you what I did. Okay, my darlings, into the cleanup process with this hostel. I did make this into a hostel kind of / bar with lots of little sleeping areas and nice. We did an outdoor like decking space as well that you'll see a little bit. But I don't know why I did this, but I kind of preferred the look of it after I had put it in Sulani. You won't see that until the very end. It doesn't make sense for the storyline from Heidi Wadey because the bar itself with that cowboy happening wouldn't have really happened in Sulani. But after I'd finished with this, I was like, oh, you would look really lovely in Sulani. So I move it over there. And it just looks really nice. Works as a bar. And it kind of makes more sense being a hostel there on that kind of like island kind of living kind of thing with travelers and backpackers and stuff who come and stay in these kind of places. So that's what I did. That is exactly what I did. It's quite a short one today as well. I think the speed build process, I think it's about 12 minutes long. But so it came together really nicely. And that's the main reason I didn't really have to change too much. I put new windows in. Windows I thought kind of fit in a little bit nicer with the actual build itself. And kind of, I don't know, just looked a little bit nicer to me. Heidi actually only used 2 pack for that whole build. So if you've got, I think it was, I don't know what packs it was. I think it was Eco Lifestyle, one of them. I can't remember. Yeah, it was Eco Lifestyle and another pack. So if you do want to go and download that, it only needs 2 packs. So brilliant as far as I'm concerned. So you can see what I did. I put separate doors onto the little hostel rooms. The access of them are outside, onto the kind of like little decking area that I do in a minute. And it just looks nice, loves. I'm very pleased with how it came out. Yeah, I think it looks really cute. And I'd love to hear what you think as well. Last video tomorrow, guys. I'm reminding you. Last video for a week tomorrow is going to be the adventures of our lovely Beryl. We've got an episode of that coming. And then I'll be back next Monday. So just need to keep repeating that, because I bet you any money I get one person go, where are your videos? So I'm just keep repeating myself until at least the majority of you hear it. So yes, lovely. So ignore all of this terrain painting. I mean, you can look at it if you want. It's right here. I thought I'd leave it in anyway, because as soon as I moved over this lot over to Solani, I had to change the terrain paint because it just wasn't fitting in with the kind of beachside lot on which I did pop this on. But it still looks nice, and it kind of fit in with the world okay as well. It's still got a very Western kind of like cowboy vibe to this actual build. But as soon as I put it in Solani, especially with the plants and stuff I decided to go with this place, it kind of worked, and I was very much for it. So hopefully you guys like it too. But it's nice, those things that you can kind of organically, as I say, build something and then realize, oh, actually you would kind of look better in this orientation or in this color or here or there. And that's what happened today. It did happened, and I was very pleased with it. So you can see I got rid of that roof line as well. So that is like a nice outdoor seating area that I do put a pergola on top of. And I also put in like an outdoor fireplace as well, just in case it gets a bit chilly on those winter evenings. So I fit this pergola up there, and it just fits in with the build as well, I think. And then this decking area here, use some of those parasols, just overlap a table with them. They can use these, by the way. I did player test it. And your Sims will come and sit outside and have a nice little drinky poo outside with a nice big palm tree in the middle. I put the palm tree from the Oasis Courtyard pack. Is that what it's called? I think so. I end up going for that here, and it just looks really cute. Looks really cute and fits in. And this is where I started to think like, ooh, this would look good in Solani. As soon as I started to put in a bit more of a tropical kind of theme, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to run with this kind of aesthetic and see what it looks like in Strangerville afterwards. It still looked okay. It still looked good, but I just still think I preferred it much more when I moved it to Solani. And I think you guys will as well. In the video tour, you see both of the builds in Solani, and I just think it looks nice, I do. So yeah, but sorry for shitting all over your storyline, Heidi. Such a creative piece of writing. I loved that. I really, really did. But yeah, I just wanted to flop this in Solani, and I thought it would look very nice. So this is where I end up putting the outdoor fireplace. I moved that door as well, the double door behind it. It was just a bit squashed, and I put it around the other corner. And I put a window in its place, I think. And yeah, it just fits a lot better. So this is where my head was like, right, I'm going to try and start making this like a little bit more tropical now, using lots of palm leaves and vines. And in the end, I think, yeah, that's my main reason why I flopped it over to Solani instead, you know? So, but yeah, this is that little outdoor decking area. A couple of nice benches where backpackers can come and have a nice crisp, cool drink under the pergola. I've stayed in quite a few hostels. I've stayed in some really nice hostels, and I've stayed in some very not nice hostels. God, some of the hostels that I have stayed in, there were rats, there were cockroaches, there were, honestly, it was just, yeah, it was not a good time. So this one here is more on the luxury side for a hostel, I would say, definitely. Maybe you could even flop this like in Selva Dorada as well. This would look really great in there. Do you know what I mean? There's options, loves, options, but it works surprisingly well as a bar as well. It's got a big bar area, plus I'll show you in a sec once we get into the interiors, but it's got that indoor kind of like hangout play area space as well, where people can communally get to know each other, plan their treks and trips with, you know, other backpackers and stuff. I'm for it. I really am. And then I'm placing all of these around. Now, Haiti didn't give me a budget for this either, so I didn't even have a budget for this. I was just clambering on, and yes, I just went with it. And it, in the end, it looked really nice. Just adding greenery everywhere as well. Getting all of these little window boxes going all around the outside too. So into the interior itself. So this is like the ground floor level, the main bar really, where I didn't do any kind of reception area. I kind of wish I did like a little reception area with this hostel, but my thoughts were, do you know what? Maybe they can just, the person behind the bar works there and you just go up and you pay for your room over the bar or something. I've had that happen before as well. So, you know, it's all about those realistic approaches to things. And I used that. This is where as well, I was like, oh, this would look great in Sulani, but I was still in my mind frame of this being in Strangerville. So I didn't go too heavily on a kind of island theme with it, if you know what I mean. I was still kind of in the mindset of, oh, this is semi-Western. It's still old, but I still want to make it look fresh and quite attractive. So with the interiors and stuff, they still kind of play into that aspect. It's only right at the end that I move the build. And you will see that because I show you how I change all the terrain paints and stuff. But yeah, I was very happy. Very, very happy with how this came out in the end. And it works great as a bar as well. Had to size down these barrels because they were a little bit too thick and it was stopping the Sims from getting in beyond the bar as well. But yes. So lots of decorative objects going up. I think lots of the places that I've stayed in hostel-wise, they had pictures of people, like big group pictures of travelers throughout the years and street signs and, you know, that kind of thing. Even like famous people that have like stayed in these hostels and stuff. But yeah, so I did that. And this is me trying to struggle to put this somewhere. I was like, oh, where can I put that light there? Trying to move that in there. I was like, no, that's not working. And I was like, do you know what? You can go there. That's absolutely fine. And it works fine. And I'm using the flags from the Star Wars pack as well to kind of act as curtains. They look a little bit shabby. And I was fine with it. I really, really was. So you'll have to let me know what you think of it down below, loves. Because, yeah, I was very happy with how it came out in the end. Very much was. And you will see me... Oh, showers as well. I did shower blocks. So 3 separate shower blocks with toilets and sinks. So, yeah. Lots of hostels, you have to share like one shower block. And like sometimes... Like a couple of times I had to go like a day without showering. And I can't do that. I'm a slut for a shower. That is the first thing I think about when I wake up is I just need a shower. So, yeah, I've had... So many people are like using the showers that I couldn't have time to have a shower. Fuming about it, I totally forgot what was going on about then. So anyway, so these are the hostel rooms. I changed the color of the bedding. The bedding was looking too crisp. You wouldn't want white sheets in a hostel. Let me just say that. So I ended up going for the darker green swatch of this and it just fits in so much better. But you'll see that in the video tour at the end. It was only it kept catching my eye, the brightness of the white sheets. And I was like, do you know what? White sheets in a hostel. I don't think that would be the vibe, to be honest with you. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the things that people would find on those sheets? I don't want to think about it. It doesn't bear thinking about. So these are the shower cubicle areas. So I put a small little kind of like window to get in some natural light, and then I do some vents as well to air them out, and then we end up going for just a shower sink that in the beginning I was going to use this one from Tiny Living, but in the end I was like, no, I've still got that island theme in my head, so I go for that kind of I think it's the Jungle Adventure sink, this one here. It's a bit of a bougie sink to be in a hostel, but you know what, this is my hostel and I did it. I did that and I was very happy with the outcome. But yes, 3 separate areas. Your Sims shouldn't be able to struggle shouldn't struggle finding a place to shower. Not that many people are going to be showering on this lot because it is a bar, you know. I still wish that no matter what you change the bar to, or whatever you change the build to, your Sims can still use everything in there and will still use everything if like they're feeling a bit smelly or something. Like I don't find that happens very much. This is the sorry, I just had to check how long was left. This is the upstairs. Now I ended up reshuffling this around off of camera because I was struggling with these big 4 pieces to fit them up here. But in the end, I found an orientation that I was happy with and that actually worked as well. So I was still like, no, do you know what to do here? So yeah, there we go. it's back in, it's in the spot now, and end up just putting some decorative objects around just to bring a bit of fun up to this area. But you've got your juice pong, you've got Don't Wake the Llama, you've got your foosball table, and you can play darts up here too. And surprisingly, a couple of the Sims were actually using them as well. So I was very much happy with that. And then I put a little seating area out here too. I think to finish off in just a sec, once I've put down a rug here, you'll actually see the landscape change because I think we are in Sulani then. Yeah, here we go. Do you see what I mean? I just think it looks nice in Sulani. I think it looks really, really lovely here. So I'm glad that I did move it. But as always, guys, you can do whatever you want with this build. You just have to ask a Heidi. So if you do repost this, just make sure you give credit to Heidi Wadey for this amazing build. I absolutely loved it. Really did. But yes, I'm going to leave you now, my loves. Thank you so much for watching this. I'll be back tomorrow with some more adventures with Beryl, the absolute icon that she is. But yeah, other than that, have a lovely Thursday, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Goodbye.